back to my channel. It's been a while, but I just want to announce that the high season on my day job is over, so I'm going back to upload as usual. But today I'm going to talk about this unboxing. So it happens a couple weeks ago. I just got a Cricut machine and it's well protected, as you can see. So I just bought Cricut Explore Air 2. It's a cutting machine which is one-on-one to use. It's mostly to use on paper, vinyls, and iron-ons. So I decided to buy this. So as a part of one of the projects I'm going to do for the next year, which actually, as you can see in this video, it was recorded last year. So it's for 2021. So as you can see, the package is already protected, good wrap. It comes with a cutting blade, with a pen, the instructions. Also, it comes with a cable to connect to the computer and the AC adapter, as you can see over there. So I will do a couple disclaimers you can see during this video. It comes with some instructions, but I didn't read the back of each card until I see the tutorial on the internet. But the instructions are very easy to follow. The only thing that I didn't read the entire thing. So the Cricut machine is really, it's not too heavy, but it's really protected with lots of plastic and cardboard and everything else. So it comes in a good state. I just found it it was in a special Black Friday, if I'm not mistaken. So I decided to get it because it was almost half of the price. I don't remember too much. Later on, we'll put the price somewhere in the screen. So it is so pretty. I didn't want to get it because I didn't thought I was going to get it. So I was still in this video once I was opening the box and everything. So it looks so pretty, so neat. And I didn't open this yet, so you can see it later on during this video. So the second step is get connected, but as I said before, I didn't read the back of the cards, so I just started connecting everything. But there was a moment I was a little stuck. So the good thing about Cricut is they can show you the official website, and you can see I just opened it and it was the beautiful moment ever to see this opening. And yeah, Cricut has a official website, also a YouTube channel. So I just start watching the tutorial and following the setup. This time I use my mom's computer because she wants to use it in the machine in the future, so I set up in her computer first. But you also can use the iPad or the Mac, and with a Bluetooth connection you can use the application as well. So I'm just going to do a test cut. So I following the instruction, I choose the sunflower to start and then set up to cardstock. So it has, you have to make sure that it goes over there, and the machine is asking to align the mat. So I just placing the sample cardstock on the grid of on the mat. And the good thing about this mat is it keeps all the materials in place because it's kind of sticky. The only downside is if it gets dusty, but you can use a masking tape or a transparent tape to take off any dust on the mat. So you're gonna make sure that the blades are perfectly aligned. Excuse my hair. And the bottom's flashing is asking to align the mat under the blades, and once you place that, you can place the flashing button again, so the machine can grab the mat and align perfectly so they can start the process of cutting. So the only thing that you have to make sure that as you can see, everything is aligned the most accurate as possible. So once I'm happy with that, I make sure that everything is in the place, and then I will press the align button, the one who's flashing, and the machine grabs the map, and then with the C button I can start the project. Once they align the phone, of course, and let the machine do the rest. Once the machine's finished cutting, I just release the button and I'm done. The only thing that I need to buy for later on, maybe between this week, as you can see the video, or the following week, is to get the accessory kit. Why? Because right now it's really satisfying how you can peel off the excess paper, but when it comes to small details, it's kind of tedious because you have a risk to break the design. It's not the case with this design because it doesn't have many small details compared for the next one that I just tested, but it looks so pretty. And yeah, I had to take out with my bare hands all the excess. That's why it's recommended to get the basic accessory kit. Then it comes with a scraper and other tools, but you can find it in any craft store or Amazon as well. Not sponsored, not affiliated. So in case you know how to computer and you can set up the iPad, I just sign in, I just made my account. I'm going to skip that part, and it has you can set up the Cricut machine. It has so many options like the Cricut Joy and the Cricut Maker, but it depends on what you're going to use it. I recommend you guys to see videos about that issue before you get one. So Cricut has a page when you can have so many projects. It gives you a free trial, but I recommend you to stick with that subscription, because if you are a beginner or if you are experienced, no matter the level, you have a lot of resources to make your projects, fonts, images, everything you need for your project is right there. So I'm going to do my own, and yeah, it comes in the iPad. It comes with everything you need step by step. But in my case, I'm going to try with another design, and lately I have this huge obsession with compasses, and because it's a comic that I'm working on with my friend on Patreon, so I will let my Patreon handle someone in the screen, so you can go there, pledge, and the launch is gonna be January 25, so stay tuned. So I just choose one of the designs on compasses that caught most of my attention, and I just try my best to make a fit. That's one of the things I need to learn with this machine and this software, is the fact that I had to see the measurements, and the ones you projected in the screen is not the same when you project it on the pad. So that reflected once I start cutting, because the design I made it a little bigger for the piece or sample cardstock that I have left, so part of the design is lost when I cut. You're going to see it later on in this video. So you can take any design you want. There's some design only is made for cutting, and some of them are made for tracing. The tracing part I will show you later on, with all the fails and mistakes along the way, but it was a moment to experiment. So right now what I'm doing is making sure it's kind of fits, even though I made that mistake that I just mentioned. But once I'm happy with it, there's a part in the corner, a green button that says make it. You can also add text and change it whatever you want. While you say make it, it will show you a preview with the same size on the map, and you can see if the design is going to be out or it's going to be in the middle on the same place that you just designing. And once it's I think in that's the moment that I was kind of hesitated, so I turned back and resize it again. But if you're happy with it, you can put continue. If you don't want, you want to keep fixing, you can go back and resize again. So I think that's the part that I was like, I decided to resize, and I should leave it at this, or maybe I did it a lot bigger than I supposed to. So once that you're done, you select continue. You're going to set accessory, and it says the Cricut machine that you're using. The Bluetooth is going to connect with the machine, and once that is done, it will show you the following instructions, how to pair them and everything else. I think at that moment, if I'm not mistaken, I had the Bluetooth off, and I turned back and tried to put it back on, but I don't remember. I just filmed it, and yeah, I just filmed, and the moment I'm filming, I'm gonna tell you this joke. The moment I was filming, I filmed and I did the video, but I forgot I did it, and I did the same thing over again. And then when I go with my iPad, everything was fixed. So I'm very forgetful lately, but it's because of the high season. So back to the machine, I just once that the application setup and everything else, I like the machine. I just put start and the machine start cutting, and you can see once it start cutting, part of the design is not, so you're gonna see that later. But I want to show you a little closer at how this machine is cutting, and it's so beautiful. For this design, it took a while, but you had the option to cut faster because it's very he has this option to cut the designs more quicker, but it's more recommended to do this if you have simple designs. Intricate design like this one, it's recommended to leave it to the normal speed, but it's really fun to see and watch how this blade is cutting every detail and take the time to go all around and cutting. It's so beautiful, so beautiful. So after a while, I noticed a couple of things. Is the fact that I'm supposed to put the dial to a stronger pressure on the blade because I leave it on cardstock. Also, the design is pretty intricate, and at the moment the part of the design is already broke and the blade passed through cardboard and bend some of the pedals and stuff, and it was a hard time to take off on the mat because you had the risk of breaking the design. So you have to be careful depending on the design that you're choosing, the type of pressure you're going to put on the paper, and also have the necessary tools to peel off every single thing, because doing that with my bare hands, I just break it, some on the flowers, some on the spikes, but at the end it looks so beautiful. But I want to do this again later on using another type of material and try to do it I don't know, stay tuned. But I really broke it. It looks so broken. Like, and the cleaner was a mess also. And the moment I was doing that, the mat, I let it fall the mat several times on the floor. It was really dusty. But I see some tutorials on how to clean this up, as I said before. But at the end, it was so pretty. Now I really love how it looks and how it performs, so I really like it. So the last thing I'm going to show you guys, it was a learning experience, but you can try to draw using the machine. So the drawing mode is mostly used for fonts, typography, calligraphy, handwriting stuff, and using many kinds of pens. What it comes with a machine is the fine point. So I was looking for a type of calligraphy, handwriting, font to do my attempted to do my logo, but it's just for experimentation. And there's some I just discovered in when I'm doing the first try on this machine is there's some fonts who are designed to cut, and there's some fonts designed for draw. So the first, you see the font looks really nice, but once I put the option to draw, it changes to only outlines instead or bold. I forgot the word. Font, with the fill and everything else. So once they're happy with my design and tweaking the resizes and everything, and you're happy with it, you put continue. As you can see, I'll try to align it somewhere, but when I put make it, the palette was on the other side of the typography. So I just figured in that option to move. You also can move the elements before you can continue to the process of drawing or tracing with the machine. And the good thing about that it can show the materials that is set, and the machine is asking to put the fine point pen and then press the start. I already did that, so you have the option to do the fast mode or the normal speed. You gotta see that another thing that you need to do before starting every project is to make sure that you align the map properly, because what you're going to see later on is that if you don't align the map properly to the machine, the pen is not going to see or feel the surface, and it's going to draw lightly. So as I said, before I start, I had to load. I thought I loaded, but I really don't know what I'm doing right now while I'm editing this video. So excuse my hair for a second, because it's making the active process here. So once that you align, I did align it well, so you're going to see. And once you done that, you can press the C button, and you're going to see what happens when you don't align the map properly. You don't see nothing. Like the pen is not perceiving the paper. It just lightly trace some parts of it, and then I did a second try. You're going to see later on, and the difference is really, really huge. So I will show you how this pen trace, even it trace lightly, but so you can see it without me talking. As you can see, that happens when you don't align the mat properly. The pen start to write over, and this is the second time I attempt to do the same design again. So I did it and I lined the mat really wrong, and it broke part on the mat. But in this thing, I just clean it afterwards and works perfectly fine. So the accuracy to writing the fonts and the Cricut drawing the designs, everything is pretty neat. It's really clean. Better say it draws really clean. So I really like the way that it does. If you want to use it for simple designs or draw or trace your own design, you can use it as well. So and didn't do more footage of the results, but I have a little clip and I'm going to show you right away. Is how clean the lines are, and I really like the way that it draws the pattern and everything. So to end this video, because I didn't have the time to do an outro, and is to draw this message, faith over fear, with a little flower, and it's the same process. Once you align the paper and the mat, everything else, and the pen, everything, you can align to the machine, make sure it can take it so it can start drawing. So that's the last thing I did before I stopped filming. So in the future, I'm gonna start to do my first project over there, and I will let you guys really soon. But for now, enjoy how this machine can write this nicely. Hi, it's Bros for the future. I'm so sorry for the abrupt ending of the filming. I don't know what happened that day, for real. I just stopped recording, and then I did another project with my sister, trying to show her how to use it, but later on high season go really rough, and I didn't film anything again. So since the filming was 3 weeks or 2 weeks ago, I don't remember really well. Let me check the date. Well, it said I just bought this exactly on Black Friday 27, November 27. So I think I filmed the next day. So, and now it's January. It's really, it was an interesting month after all. So I decided to take those days to rest in between the days, and then I decided to go out with my family for a couple of days. Then I was working 2 weeks, 5 days, 11 hours the shift. But glad everything's over, and I think as soon as you can see this video, I'm going to start working on my art from January 4. That will start my 3 days off as it should be. So thank God. Anyway, let me show you the results of the 2 attempts with the drawing mode. And it's this one right here. As you can see, it's really neat. I really like the way that it draws any kind of shape. Sorry about the mess, but if you do simple designs, the cleanness and all the design is really neat, really clean, really nicely. The only thing that you can, if you want to consider buying the one, is to make sure that everything is perfectly aligned, and then have a lot of resources to work on. Faith over fear, that's the second one I did, and this is the results. Looks really nicely. I really like the way they draw the little flowers over here. It looks really nice. Excuse the perfume. It's a character. So this is the result. I wish I could use or buy more pens that has any kinds of, I forgot the word. I will put a word somewhere in the screen. Has many types of nibs, so I can draw or use the machine to draw bold fonts or more like calligraphy instead of fine point. But it's something that I'm going to get little by little over the time. I don't have any rush to get that right away, but for now it's a huge investment, and I recommend to get it when they offer at any craft store. Also, you can find it on Walmart or Amazon, or sponsored or affiliated. Those are easy to find if they have some kind of a special sale, or in case of the Black Friday, it took almost the half of the price off, so it was a good chance to get it. But there also has other types of machines depending on the necessity and how you want to use it. There's the Cricut Joy, that is the smallest version of the Cricut machine as well. They have the following the machine that I chose is the Cricut Maker, but that one is double the price than the first one, but the previous one, but it's more designed for more like crafters, so people who likes to work with heavy materials like fabric, wood, leather, any kind of wild range of materials. My case was more in the range of paper, so like vinyls are on the most strong material I could use is cardstock, but for that reason I decided to choose the Explore Air 2. So I think that's everything I had to say for now. I'm going back into schedule to upload more often depending on the weeks, because I have some other projects to work on, and especially some on the projects that has to do with the Cricut machine. But I will let you guys really soon, and you can follow all my social media as well. You can see right here. You can follow via Linktree right there, and for that link you can go to any social media. You can see me on Patreon, Instagram, Facebook. I have my Coffee account, and also I have a TikTok account, which I'm not usually uploading, but I will try to do it more often. So stay tuned for another video I'm going to do in the making. And also I'm going to shout out to my patrons. I have one new patron recently, and welcome, and thank you for all the support. And also I have a server on Discord as well. The link is over here. You can find it in Linktree as well. But I'm gonna be try to go more active over there and grow the community that is starting to rise. So sorry about all the disappearance, but it's part of the holidays and the high season and everything else. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye.